Hi, my name is Dan Conger. I'm the Chief Financial Officer for Franchise Services Incorporated. We're located in Mission Viejo. We franchise business-to-business offerings ranging from printing, signage, marketing service to outsourced IT. I've been with the company for 24 years. For the last 20 years, I've kicked the tires on the solar concept about every 4 years. A couple of years ago, back in 2014, I was introduced to Nathan, who's a VP of Sales for JLM, and I also met Fareed, who is the president and owner of JLM Energy. There's a number of things that collided back in 2014 that made it, for the first time, really make sense. The first was a billing structure change that was enacted by San Diego Gas and Electric in fourth quarter of 2013 that caused a dramatic increase to our cost of energy. The other was the concept of battery systems. That and the combination of various incentives just made it, one, financially plausible for our company to move into the renewable energy field, and two, allowed me to push a little bit of a personal business model to help us be a little more green as a company. On our roof we have roughly 300 solar panels that generate 90 kilowatts of energy. Our parking lot has two separate battery systems, each is 30 kilowatts for a total of 60. In the core of all these pieces of power, San Diego Gas and Electric's grid, the battery system, and our solar array on the roof is a brain that's called measures. That brain tells the network whether to use power from the solar panels on the roof, whether to use power that's stored in the batteries in my parking lot. The battery system can pull surplus energy that's being generated by the solar panels on the roof, or that excess power can be sold directly back to San Diego Gas and Electric. Then at night, the batteries can recharge themselves as economically viable from the grid of San Diego Gas and Electric at a cost that's 10 to 20 times cheaper than the power that we have to pay for in the middle of the day. We're 44,000 square feet. My utility bill in 2016 without this system would probably be $110,000, $120,000. And my expectation is to cut our monthly bill by 75%. And it's not just the cost savings, but we're also going to reduce our pull off SDG&E's grid by 75%. Cash on cash, this system will pay for itself in 48 months. And then after that, all it does is create power and create profit. So in 48 months, we'll be saving $100,000 a year pre-tax. There are two types of incentives that come with with our project, that's solar and battery. The first is available to all consumers, and that's a federal tax incentive. The 30% reduction, dollar to dollar, 30% of your cost goes as a tax rebate. The second type of incentive is unique to California, and it's called SGIP. You can get up to 50% of your battery costs back in the form of a rebate. It's not a tax rebate, it's a cash rebate. It doesn't add to your property tax base. You are taxed zero for additions that you make for renewable energy. So I've got no incremental hit on my P&L for that 1 to 2% either. I think the storage of power is the future of energy for our country. I don't care, there's plenty of ways to generate energy. And collecting it from the sunlight is so critical because it hits us every day and it's never used. Storing it is the key. Finding a way to gather that sunlight through a solar system and then putting it into a battery pack that's smart enough to know when to use it is, I think, the future of the country's energy problem. We found out that, and proudly now, this was the first permit of its type issued by the city of Mission Viejo. So we are now, and this is words from the planning department here, not mine, but we are now the gold standard for implementing a solar and battery system in the city of Mission Viejo. Through that whole process, the team at JLM was very cooperative. They were always available. They were always wanting to roll their sleeves up and make certain that solutions were found. We're inches from having this thing done, and I can't wait to flip the switch.